Good morning.
Hello, hello. I hope you are doing well this morning, sir.
I am doing well. How about you?
Oh man, it's great. A little rainy here today, but I know people come specifically for the meteorological report as we play each week.
That's true. I think they do.
It's raining out there today, kids. Yeah, we got a stormy day, but that's perfect. Perfect for us to just sit here and play through session 4 today. So, welcome, Roger. Welcome to everybody out there who's following along. We are back on schedule. I can say that with due confidence. We've even made some adjustments so that I can make sure that this is out in your hot little hands on Tuesday morning because I got to travel this week. So this is perfect. And we've had a week to stew and think about things. And now here is your situation as you see it right here with session 4 for the Vicksburg campaign. And last week was, fairly uneventful. We got through a strategic cycle. So, what would you say about last week as compared to the fruits and the promise of this week's session, Roger?
You were able to take Grand Gulf, which was important. And I guess just a reminder to all of you listening, go through the rules so you understand them better. I think we made a couple goofs, nothing too major. Thankfully, it didn't affect anything as far as I'm aware. We're playing a day early, so I didn't get my review that I was hoping to get in of some of the amphibious rules. But I'm feeling today's going to be kind of some shadow boxing, perhaps. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm interested to see what you do this session because I'm definitely going to be in reaction mode, I think.
Well, I think you are correct about that. To the point of the amphibious stuff, you're actually in luck because I went back through them, of course, because everybody's been not needling me, but just kind of like, hey, don't forget, you got that Mississippi stuff, and the thing about it is, I've opened up our time track, and we are on turn 12 today, the May 11th. However, the Union is not capable of actually performing that until May 15th, which is turn 16. So you've got 4 or 5 days there where I can just look longingly along the riverbank and
Oh, okay.
wish that I could move units here, there, and everywhere. So you're fine. Those plans will start developing depending on what's going on, but I want to make sure that I have river transfer and amphibious invasion rules solid as another tool in the toolkit. But for now, you've got at least 5 turns before that even becomes, or all of this turn and 4 more before it becomes something that you need to concern yourself with. So that's
Oh,
good.
okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
As for corrections, the only one that was, I guess, of any substance was and I noted it I caught it during editing, which I love doing. I was like, oh, and then I, of course, had that panic attack of thinking, oh no, did it really affect the outcome of one thing or another? And Roger alluded to it, the attack on Grand Gulf. Duh, I've got Union riverboats, and I caught it as I was doing the calculation graphic, and I realized, oh yeah, that gives me a +1. And then Roger found out that he went back and said, oh, I had the readouts, and so basically those offset. So the result was the net same +3. I still managed to get the unit out of there and successfully acquire Grand Gulf. So thank you again for all you eagle-eyed spotters out there. Some of you, and Mark Greenwood pointed this out, some of you put this stuff on social media, which is fine. We love having that conversation out there. It's far more helpful if you put the corrections down in the video notes. That way everyone gets the benefit of it when they watch the video. Also, some of you are so Gianni on the spot, I can literally tell you're watching the video and you hit pause and then you start typing furiously. If you give it a few minutes or until the end of the video, usually I will figure out how to creatively edit it so that it never happened, or we acknowledge that it happened and I fixed it, especially with the graphics and things like that. So sometimes I try through editing to be very mindful about the corrections. But if you do spot one, just maybe give it a second, or until the end of the video and do a wrap up and say, here's all the things I found that you got wrong. Because when you do a piecemeal, I was like, well, no, I fixed that one. That's good. That's good. But all that to say, we still really appreciate the doggedness that people remind us of our little errors and stuff. And you're following our guidelines, of course, of now about not saying, "Hey, you should do this,"
Mm.
which is excellent.
Yes, that is good. There are definitely times I wish I had somebody looking over my shoulder. Going, what are you doing? Don't do that.
Same,
You
same.
know?
Yeah, I realize those mistakes are, only too late. I think Holger pointed out, I was like, hey, in hindsight, you probably should have pulled Logan earlier. I'm like, yes, 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 I know. But I had such great sweeping plans for them until they ran out of fodder for all the
Right. Yeah.
horses. Oh well. But here we are. We've done our little tap dance to get us ready. I think I'm ready. Are you ready, sir?
I believe I'm ready. Yes.
Fantastic. So strap in, everybody. We're going to do another couple hours here. You'll see about an hour of it. And let's open up let's see, we've done our random events, and today the random event is the CSA movement paralysis. And just to remind people, that is, if he does a leader activation, that's just the die roll. If he does a unit by itself, that's X minus 1, whatever they roll. So that really gives them the slows, but not nearly as bad as command paralysis. So we start with leader transfers, and I'm looking around. Sherman is good, I think. McClernand is okay with Grant, just in a standoff, and I'm not moving McPherson because he's where he needs to be now. So I have no leader transfers.
I'll move in back to Bowen. Leave Stevenson where he is. Loring where he is. I think that's well. I've got these guys up here now. Smith's available. Well, they're not within range of anything. That's it for me.
Okay. All right. So the army leader moves over. Fantastic. Okay. So that gives me some possibilities, I think. He said with an under his breath, "Mwahaha." Let's see. Attachments. Do you have any attachments?
I do not have any attachments.
I don't either. Not yet, anyway. So we move on into the action cycle. All right. Well, I guess I will give us the first roll here. So I
Good.
wish you the best of luck today, sir.
Yep, good luck to you as well.
All right, let's get some miles under our feet. What do you say? Here's a Union Confederate. It's yours.
Okay. I'm going to have Stevenson activate Reynolds and Taylor. So they both get a fatigue. Here's their movement. So this is going to be just the die roll since it's movement paralysis.
Yep.
So it's 3. Taylor's going to go 1, 2. Well, we'll put him there, 3. Get him out of the way for now. Stevenson will go 1, 2, and 3 to there. Initiative. That's yours.
Got him on the run, sir. All right, let's activate Sherman, and he will activate Steel and Tuttle to 1. There's the movement +1. Ooh, hot to trot. Okay, let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And Tuttle will simply follow behind. Initiative. That's mine. I will have Wagon B move. And here's their movement, straight up. 3. I can't remember if crossing over a river hexide gives me modifiers, because I know in some other titles it does. So just to be safe, I'm gonna do a -1 hex move and just put him over there, and we'll look
He's
it up later.
crossing a bridge, though, so isn't he fine?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. But I'll just move him 1 hex just to get him on the other side of the river, and we'll come back to it. I'll check that in a break. Initiative. Low ties.
All ties you. This turn
Oh,
go
that's
you
right. Yeah,
anyway.
all ties. Right. The other benefit. Okay. Then let us. I think we could probably now safely abandon Bruinsburg. So I'm going to activate sub 1. Here's his movement. 3. We'll go 1, 2, and 3. Initiative. It's mine again. Well, this is interesting. Do I go hunting? Let's do sub 1 again and see what he gets. Movement. Oh yeah, he's gonna go hunting. So he's gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. What would the first Mississippi like to do with one left? Which would be
This
a
is
column of route because you are in. I wouldn't even get the hasty.
right. We'll cav retreat out of there. He picks up a fatigue. Here's his die roll. Doesn't dissolve, but doesn't affect you
Right.
anyway.
Right.
Now he has to go further away by road. Further away by road. Further away by road for 3, right?
Looks good so far.
Now he has to go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe I should have stayed, I guess. I think I can go one more to there, right? Into that terrain there.
I believe so. Yeah.
Stay further away, otherwise I'd get closer.
Yeah, I got one remaining, so take that one. Just see what happens. Initiative. High ties. That's
Yours?
still mine. Yep. Hmm. Well, yeah. Let's go sub 1 to 3. Here's movement. Boo! I say. Here's extended march. +1, -1. I've still got that benefit. He's okay, and he's just gonna go there. Initiative. That's yours.
You have to see whatever happens to him, I think. Paying the price for getting greedy last turn. I think it's only a +1, not a +3 for you. I'll take Cockerel by himself. So this is a -1, but a -2. Is that right? No, goes 5. Movement paralysis doesn't affect him. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the school. Initiative. That's mine again. I'll have Bowen now activate Cockerel. Here's his movement. 5. Go 1, 2. He does not have enough to get into Tracy because that's Los, which is a 6. Is an additional +3. So you need 4. And he doesn't have 4 to get in there. He only has 3, so he has to stop there. Initiative. That's yours.
I'll have wagon B march. Go to 2. There's movement. 3, 1, 2, and 3 to there. Initiative. Mine. Well, let's have the 6 Missouri march. Here's movement. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Initiative. Yours.
Yeah, we'll take the first Mississippi. Why not? Let's see if we can kill him by extended marches. Here's his movement. This is going to be just straight up die roll. I think.
No, -1. Just -1.
So 1 hex. And here's extend. He's all right. He's going to go there. Initiative. That's yours. Do your worst.
Well, I mean, he's presented me with a golden opportunity. How can I? It's a lot of work for a cavalry, though. But I'm keeping you from reorganizing. That's the key here. If I don't take advantage of 1 point here, I'd be leaving money on the table. So, yeah, I'll have the 2nd Illinois March. We'll thread it here. Move it. 6. Okay, we'll simply just go there. And initiative. That's yours.
First Mississippi again. Here's their movement. Straight up -1. Oh, that's just fantastic. Here's his extend, now +1. He's still okay, but he can only go 1, 2 to there. There's his chance to get away. Initiative. Well, try taking fatigue 4.
Kill him dead.
Here's his movement. So it's 7. Here's extend +3.
Yep. He did.
And he's dead. That's right, but you don't get any.
That's fine.
No points for that.
I've taken a cav off the table. I'm happy with that.
But if he'd have rolled that the last time, he could have gotten away. Almost. He'd gotten to Martin at least. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, he got into Martin, and the bridges are right there for next turn. Initiative, right? Yeah. That's yours.
Okay. Well, I guess it's time. It's time to just get out of there, I think. So let's have the 6 Missouri March. Movement. 6. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Initiative. Yours.
Take the 20th Mississippi. Wow. They're just, cav are just useless. 1, 2, 3. Initiative. Yours.
We'll take the 2nd Illinois to 2. Here's movement. 9. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 to there. Initiative. That's mine. I'll leave sub 1 there for a moment. I'll have the 4th Iowa Cavalry March. Here's movement. Ooh, nice.
That's what I needed.
Yeah. Where to put them? They're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 there. Initiative. That's mine. McLarnon, activate Hovey and AJ Smith. Here is their movement. +1. 5. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 to there. Initiative. My tie. Of the 6 Missouri down here on the bayou. March again. Movement. 9. Extended march. Cavalry. Oh, he's okay. +1, -1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 to there. Initiative. Mine. Looking around. Checking that box. Checking that box. I'll have Hovey march. Movement. Good. He's simply going to 1 hex to there. Initiative. Mine. Tuttle march. Movement. 1 hex to there. Initiative. That's yours.
I'm going to embark the 14th Mississippi onto the railroad.
Oh, look, we got an embarkant. It embarked.
I went and found it. Had plenty of time there with all those initiatives. That's yours?
I believe that was the other correction that Holger had mentioned. Was somebody got a free ride because if they're embarked at the end of the action cycle, they become disembarked. So I was like, okay, cool. Well, that's good to know for the future. So, all right. Well, let's see. Is there something I want to do? Looking around, looking around. I'm going to pass.
Oh, okay. Got me looking up something new. Okay, this guy's gonna move by rail. He is not part of the Army of Relief, so he can move. I'm just gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 to Hamilton. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 to Midway Station. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. So he's going to stop at Edwards. So that was 25. So he's going to pick up 2 Teagues.
And he becomes disembarked. Is that how that works?
And then he's
Yeah.
disembarked.
Okay. Cool.
And I guess, let me just put this off to the side. Probably going to be over by Jackson if I use it again. Initiative. That's mine. What else do I want to try to do here? Do I want to start pulling guys out of these forts? Probably wouldn't be a terrible idea. Now, my understanding on these forts is they have an intrinsic value of 2. So I'm going to leave the 2nd Texas. Yeah, I'm going to activate Herbert for movement with Fournay. I'm going to drop off a sub. He's going to have 1 manpower. He's got no fatigue, but he saves his entrenchments. And Fournay's going to lose a manpower. He's going to travel with all his artillery. Here's his movement. 4. Oh, wow, these roads are terrible.
That's what I love about the Vicksburg campaign. Chapter 12. These roads are terrible.
1, 2. Oh, I should have moved Smith first. Yeah, it doesn't matter which way I go. Okay, that was stupid. I should have moved. Okay, pay attention to manpower values and terrain and where people are, because Fournay's stuck there. He can't go up that bluff where Smith is. And to get in the lowest terrain, because Vaughn's a 4. Okay, initiative. That's yours.
We've got ourselves a backup on the Chickasaw Bluffs. All right.
Yes.
But you know what? I think I'm going to give it to you again. So carry on.
Okay, now I'll activate. Should have done Smith first. So it's sub 2. Man, he's going to lose a manpower. And here's their movement. Straight up is 5. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to their initiative. That's mine. Now, the intrinsic value of the fort doesn't count for manpower for traveling.
No, it does not. Correct.
Okay. Oh, I forgot to delete Herbert's entrenchments. So here's Herbert's movement. Straight up. 3. And he needs to go to T2. So he's going to go 1, 2, and 3 to there. Initiative. That's mine again.
Just remember how much both of us were scrambling to get Smith and Fournay in those late stage siege of Vicksburg basic scenarios, and now they're just coming out right now. It's so cool.
I don't know if it's cool or not. I don't know if this is a mistake. I said this is going to bite me. It probably will. He's done. I'll take Vaughn one more time. Here's his movement. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to there. Initiative. That's yours with the high ties, but the movement paralysis goes to you.
I will pass.
Oh, 20th Mississippi. Forgot what I was doing with him. So that's 10 minus 1 is 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 9 to their initiative. It's mine again. I'll activate Tillman and Buford. They go 5. I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and they'll just go up there. Initiative. That's yours.
I will pass.
I'll take them one more time. There's their movement. You know what? They're just going to go 1 and 2. 1 and 2. Initiative. That's yours.
Pass again.
I'll pass as well.
Then we will end the turn. Before we do that, I'm going to attempt to forage with Logan. We're in nice, clear, open terrain. Let's see what we get on a 1 or a 2. Then they will be in supply. Oh, so close. All right.
Well, there's no emergency supply in this game where you can.
Sadly, no.
Okay.
That's fine. But I mean, they are quote in supply because of the depot. But
Right.
I gotta wait, and I don't want to wait. I want them to be better now. All right. So hitting the recover button, ending the turn. Yeah, let's make sure everybody recovers properly. Looking at you. Ba-ba-da-bum. Yes, everyone has recovered. So turn 12 is done. We move on to turn 13 now, and we're both going to get some reinforcements coming in. Oh, you had a reinforcement that you did not pull in on 12. So I'm going to go ahead and kick him over to this one. Yeah, the 3rd Kentucky Cavalry. So I will just.
Oh, I didn't see him under the.
Yeah, I guess
Paralysis.
it was underneath the paralysis. So that's
That's fine. No.
yeah.
No biggie. Okay. So that's.
You lost one, you gain one. Look at that, net 0. Okay.
So let's see. 3rd Kentucky and Walker A.
Okay, so I think it's time for you to roll us a random event.
Okay, we'll do. It's an 8, which is probably bad.
And once again, movement paralysis.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, but I'm creeping too, so it's not like it's like making sweeping gestures here. All right, so put that on there, and actually, just yeah, go here, place command or movement. There we go, and we'll put you to the bottom. There we go. All right, excellent. Okay, so leader transfers. Now I think I'm still good. I don't think I need to move anybody there, so nothing for me.
Nothing for me either, I would say.
That's easy. Okay, attachments. Don't know that I have any.
I don't have any. No.
Okay, so on to the action cycle. So I think I rolled the first one last time, so why don't you take it out?
Okay. Union.
Okay, okay. Yeah, I'll have Sherman activate Steel and Tuttle. And they will move. They will take one giant step forward to their initiative. That's a low tie. That's mine. Oh, still, yeah, all ties.
Yeah,
Still.
all ties will be yours in this turn, yeah.
Okay, well, I feel like I need to take the opportunity here. So, what do I got? 4. You've got 1. So, only a creek between us. So, yeah, Sherman will attempt an assault. Get out my old pencil here. He'll attempt an assault on Stevenson. So, here is the advancement. They're both going to 2. And here is the assault attempt. So the 5 becomes a 6. That means with Sherman's command, he can still get 1 in. All right, well, that's going to be steel. So we get a +1 for assault. And tactical is even. I have a +1 for ratio. And I have 3 guns to your 1, so that covers. But I have a creek in front of me, so I have a -1 creek. And there are no other environmental factors that I'm aware of. Flank is not a factor because I've only got 1, 2, 3. So I just see a net +1 for the attack. Not a great attack.
That's what I see as well.
Okay, so assault ratio minus creek. Yep. All right, here we go. +1. 5.
So, -1 result.
-1 result. All right, well, gotta play the game, right? So I have 10, and I'm a -1, so I lose 1 manpower, and he goes to D. So -1 and D'd out. Flip. And I give you yet another manpower loss. And you had 5, and I'm guessing just a double fatigue, is that right?
Yep. 2 fatigues, yes.
Yeah. Okay. I'm not going to make any headway this way. All right, initiative. That's yours.
That's pretty well blunted there. Cockerel. He's just going to do a min move down to Tracy. Initiative. That's mine. Lauren will activate Buford. Tillman. Here's their movement. Straight up. 3. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. Initiative. That's mine. Take the 20th Mississippi. Be -1. 8. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I'll go 5 to there. Initiative. Mine again. Have Stevenson activate Taylor. You can go 6. 1, 2, 6. Initiative. It's mine again. Myth activate Vaughn. 1 hex. Initiative. Mine again. Try them again. Or this time. 1, 2, 3, 4 to there. Initiative. That's yours.
I'm going to bring Blair on at Grand Gulf, and he will get a fatigue. Initiative. Mine again. I'll bring MacArthur on at Grand Gulf. He gets fatigue. Initiative. Mine again. I'll have MacArthur march. Here's his movement, just straight up. 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Initiative. Yours.
Have Borne activate her bear. Wow. 1. Initiative. Yours.
And MacArthur will go to 3. Movement. 5. Here's an even EM. He's okay. 1, 2, 3, and 4 to there. Initiative. Possible end of turn. So we have no modifiers on this one. So just on a 1, the turn will end. Turn continues. And that's mine. I'll have Blair march. Here's movement. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Initiative. Another possible end to turn. On a 1, it ends. It does not end. Okay. I'll have sub 2 march. Movement. 5. He'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 to there. Initiative. Mine. Sub 2. No, he'll stay there. Take wagon B. Movement. he's just going to go to Grand Gulf. So we got the wagons stacked together now. Initiative. Yours.
We'll see if Herbe will go anywhere. 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4 to there. Initiative. That's yours. High tides go to you this
Yeah.
turn.
All right. Let's see. Gonna have the 2nd Illinois March. Here's the movement. 6. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 to there. Initiative. Mine. I'll have the 4th Iowa March. It's movement. He's just going to take a step forward to there. Got 15 in there now. Initiative. That's yours.
Take the 14th Mississippi. 3. 1, 2, 3 to there. Initiative. That's mine. I'll take this opportunity to bring Walker on, and he comes in. I think it's Jackson. We'll check that. He can come in on Jackson. I could slap a railroad movement on and move him, but he's restricted to that 24 or less.
Yeah, he can go as far as Lee, I think.
So yeah, he could do that. Or I could just leave him where he is, which I think is what I'm going to do, because I don't know what to do with these guys back there. Totally baffled at this
An
point.
embarrassment of riches.
Well, no, just I guess it's all part of the not sure what the union's up to yet. Okay, initiative. That's mine, and I'll go ahead and bring the other reinforcement I've got, which is the 3rd Kentucky, which also goes into Jackson. And they pick up a fatigue. Initiative. It's mine. And I'll take the 3rd Kentucky to fatigue 2. Now, he's not part of the Army relief, so he can go wherever he wants to go. He's going to go 6 hexes. 1, 2, 3, 5, and 6 to there. Initiative. That's yours.
Okay. I'll have the 6th Missouri March. Cavalry out of Grand Gulf. Movement. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Initiative. Mine again. I will have McClernand activate Hovey and Smith. Here's their movement. And they will both just take a step forward. Initiative. Ties, that's mine. I hate McClernand so much. He's probably a really nice guy, but he's just terrible for planning. I need to make some forward progress here. So, everybody, I'm going to do something that is really not in my wheelhouse. You know how much I hate it, and I'm thinking positive thoughts here, but we're going to try. So I'm going to activate Hovey himself. He himself. He will attempt to carve the Who roast beast here, and he's going to declare an assault on Tracy and Cockrell. Would you like to move the 20th Mississippi out of the way?
He'll stand with his infantrymen.
Of course he will. Okay. All right. So we're adding +1 to this command roll. He is a 4, so I need basically a 50-50 on this one. A 1, 2, or 3. Hey! All right. That is enough. Okay. Send a courier to General Grant's tent, and we're going to attempt a grand assault now with a +1 to this roll. No! The reticent Grant!
That's a definite no, isn't it?
That is an absolute. He's like, no, I've got plans. Meh. All right. As if Edward G. Robinson was playing Grant in this movie. Okay. All right. So we just go in with a +1 for assault. Sadly, I don't get the coverage, so it is a tie on tactical, and it is a -1 for ratio. But I do have artillery covered at 4 to your 2. So, and looking at flanking 1, 2, 3, 4, but that's not enough. So I see an even attack. He's
What I
chewing
see
on
is,
that. Yeah,
yep, even attack.
he's chewing on that stump of cigars. Like, let's see what McClernand can do. So here is the attack. It's a 4.
It's a
Whoa!
1. So that's
It
a
works.
+3.
Plus 3. We got the flank out of there. We've unleashed his.
So +3 on 10 is a DR for me, 1 DR for me.
That's right. So,
So should I take it off of one of the infantry or just go ahead and kill the 20th Mississippi?
9. So it's just a double fatigue for me. So we're
I
tired
guess,
out.
I guess I'll keep the 20th Mississippi around. I'll kill the 20th Mississippi. Cockrell picks, the stat picks up 3 fatigues. And the 20th Mississippi, I'll kill them, I guess. And it was a little R, so I'm just going to go 1 further away by road and 2 by road to there.
So big question here. I guess I have no choice here. I've got to take the Willows. I need to make some forward progress here and await the counterattack. So we'll do that. Initiative.
He didn't flip at all, eh?
He didn't. He got a double fatigue. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Now we will activate Carr and Osterhaus. With McClernand, here's movement. Matters not because I'm doing. I'll put Carr there and Osterhaus there. Okay. Initiative. That's yours.
This is where this low terrain really now turns around and bites the defender. I'll have Bowen activate green. Straight up. 4. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, and 4 to there. Important initiative roll. I can get it. Now the question is, do I pull? It's going to take Taylor. Just going to take Taylor. He's just going to do a min-move to Floyd Cemetery. Initiative. That's yours.
Then I will activate Carr and Smith to 2. Here's their movement. Doesn't matter. They're both doing that. Initiative. That's mine. McClernand activates Osterhaus to 2. Here's the movement. Well, that's fine. So they will all go to there. Initiative. That's mine. I'll risk it for the biscuit here. Blair is going to go to 3. Here's his movement. 2. He's going to go there and extend march. Plus and minus. He's okay. Initiative. That's mine. Blair will go to 4. And movement. And extended march now with +1. He flips. He goes there. Initiative. That's mine. Okay. Sherman will attempt an assault on Stevenson with Tuttle. So he'll go to 3. Adding +1 to this roll. He can do it. We will now run down the line through Blair to Grant and ask for a Grant assault. +1. 5. He says no still. Grant has not proven to be the most reliable army leader here. Alright, so Tuttle goes in alone. This is going to suck again, of course. Alright, so we get a +1 for our assault. And we have ratio covered. You get a die roll for artillery. That's used. So minus that for Artie, and then minus for the Creek. And do I actually have some semblance of a flank now? I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's going to come off. That's going to come off. So with +5, that's a 0 flank. So I see a net now -1 because Grant's cold feet. Is that what you see?
Yeah, I do, yeah.
Yep. Okay, here's -1, 3. Alright, well, we D out. That's something. So a 0, that's going to be another loss for me. Yep, 1D and a D for you. Gotta spend money to make money. As
And
my
you did
friends
lose
tell
it.
me.
You did lose a
I
manpower.
do.
You did.
I
Yeah.
lost. I did lose 1. Yep.
Yeah.
You do have the option for a voluntary retreat if you wish.
Yeah. Your guys are
We're done.
Huddle and Steel and done. Blair's done. And they're all fatigue 2. He's fatigue 3, so he's going to be in Taylor's way. I could go up to 4 X's. Is that right?
Yeah, it's 1 to 4. And the only restriction for chart 1, I believe, is 4315. You have to go there, and then everything else is on chart 2.
Where do I want to end up? That's the problem. So if I go 1, 2, 3 to there, but he's right in the way. But he's also within command radius of Taylor. I could go 4 to there.
You sure could.
Then I guess that's what I'll do.
All right. Well, I do not get to advance, of course, but here is the next initiative. That's yours.
Hit green to fatigue 2 with Bowen. Here's his movement straight up. He would not have enough to get into Reynolds Hex because that's 4 into that. I'd move him across the river. I want to do this. I don't know if this is smart. I'm just going to do a 1 hex move to there. Initiative. Well, probably wasn't smart then.
Oh, if only I could exploit that. Let's see. Let's look around down here. So I am going to pass.
I'll use Stevenson to activate Taylor. Here's his movement straight up. Dang it. Here's his extend. He's okay. He can just go 1 hex to his Bagnall. Initiative. Possible end of turn.
All right, here we go. On a 1, the turn will end. Nope. So that is mine.
It's your initiative.
I kind of think you're like laying, meat out ahead of the trap here. Got that unit down. You've got Loring just waiting. So I'm going to pass.
Well, I hate to take Taylor. Well, you're passing. He could recover. So I'm going to take green. Take 3. I'll roll for movement. He's not going to go very far. Well, a 6. Which actually means he can get onto that Los and then continue moving. I think another hex. No, Los will stop. Take all of it. Here's his extend straight up. Whoa, he's okay. And they're just going to go to there. Initiative. That's mine. Do I take Taylor? I think the short answer is I think I got to get him out of there. So I'll take him to fatigue 4. Here's his die roll straight up. Now he gets a big movement roll. Here's his extend +1. He's going to flip to disorganize. Terrible, terrible. 1, 2. He'll stop there. Initiative. That's yours.
I think I'm ready to pass.
Searching the board. I think I've got all my reinforcements on. I do. So do you. Johnson starts arriving next turn, so I'm going to pass as well.
Fantastic. Then I am going to hit the Sunshine Recover. And boy, howdy. For those of you out there that talk about the lost cause narrative, man, Sherman and Grant in this one today, whew, they are just adding a whole bunch of fuel to that lost cause narrative. I swear. They just 2 failed attacks by Sherman, 2 refusals by Grant. Come on. You can't
Well,
do that.
you
I mean, I never thought
broken that line though.
McClernand would be the star of the day. I mean, who says that? Nobody. All right. So we have moved into May 13th. I guess it is now my turn to roll our next random event. So
It's something useful.
Yes, that is a relative term. But let's see. Here is our next random event. 5. Union Water Crisis. Okay.
Okay, we know how to do
Well,
this one this
we,
time.
we, do, we do know how to do it. So at the end of this turn, so after the action cycle, when we go into the recovery phase and then we do the turn indication phase, I must have all of my adjacent to a source of water. So that's creek, river, whatever. Looking around, I think most everybody's good except for Hovey right now. So we just need to worry about that at the very end. So thank you, sharp-eyed spotters, that did give me the grace last time to realize that, oh, I overcharged myself. Cool. All right. So then moving on to, of course, the leader transfers. I think I'm good where I. Oh, you know what I forgot to do last time? I forgot to attempt to forage for Logan. So let me do that real quick on a 1 or a 2. He still doesn't. Okay. So that was easy. I'm not going to move any leaders. So how about you?
Moving down to the stack with Cockrell and Waring. Tracy. Wow, got quite a conglomeration of guys there now. Let's see. I'll move Stevenson over to Taylor. Just look at tactical ratings here. Smith and where he is. Fournay where he is. The question is, do I want to start bringing out Moore's guys? Because you're about to it's going to get some open field running here pretty soon.
Yeah, but not a lot of places to go.
True. Yeah, that's all I'm going to do. I'm just going to do those two moves for now.
Okay. All right. Then attachments. Do I have an attachment now? I don't. Still no attachments. Anything for you?
I don't believe I have anything. Yeah, I don't have anything. Nope, not for me.
All right. Then we move on to the action cycle. So I'll let you take the first roll there.
That's yours.
Okay. Question is, what do I wish to do? um, I'll have sub 2 march. Here's movement 3. There's a lot of going away to come back, so I'll do 1, 2, and 3. Initiative, yours.
Guess I'll start with Bowen activating Green and Cockrell. Cockrell will need an extend. Here's their movement. Now I get the +2. For the first time, it seems like in forever. So it's 7 movement points. So combat value means I'll move Cockrell first since he's a combat value of 2. So here's his extend, and this is a straight up for him. He's okay. Where's the next place? I want to try to draw the line here. I'll draw the line there. So he'll go first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to there. And they'll go 1, 2, 3, 5 to there.
Very orderly. I like it.
Initiative. That's yours.
I have sub march again. Movement. Boo. Initiative. Mine. Yeah, McLaren activates everyone except for Hovey. So 1, here's movement, and that's fine. They are going to go there. Initiative. That's mine.
Get your shot.
Oh, yeah, you'd like that, wouldn't you? I've seen this story before. No, we're just going to apply some pressure. Just the option. I like to keep my options open. The 6 Missouri March. Movement. 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 to there. Initiative. That is a low tide. That's mine. 4th Iowa March. Here's movement. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Precise cavalry. Initiative. That's mine. I'm going to pass.
Fournay, activate Hubert for movement. +2 now. You go 6. They're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to there. Initiative. Come on, I'll take them again. Here's their movement, +2. Come on. 1, 2, 3 to there. Initiative. Yours.
I will continue to pass.
Yeah, I'll take him to T3. So he's got 5 movement points. He does need to roll for extend, but straight up, and he's going to flip. Do you believe that?
I believe the Los is hard on the boots.
So he's going to go to 1, 2, 3, 4. He's going to have to get there. 5. Okay. Initiative. That's mine. Oh, I'll bring up Smith, Vaughn. They can go 7. Oh, ferries, it can be any combat value to destroy a ferry. I didn't realize that. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Now for them to cross.
Right. So just +1.
So it's going to be, so 1, 2, how many was that? 3? They got enough to go across. 4, 5, right?
Yep.
And they can now just attempt to destroy the ferry,
Mm-hmm.
which is on page 21, which I was just looking at. So I need to modify 1 or less. So I get a -2 because I'm a Confederate. A -1 because it's not enemy Zoc. So I see a -3 to this roll.
-3.
Okay. I need 1 or less.
Boom.
So it's destroyed. Okay, so we'll take initiative. That's yours.
Let's bring Wagon A out. Start following here. Wagon A moves. Here's movement. 2. Trundling along. 1, 2. So let's do initiative. That's mine again. We'll have Wagon 2. Or Wagon A go to 2. Movement. Oh, come on. Trundle, trundle, trundle. Initiative. That's high ties. That's yours.
Take 14th Mississippi. He's going to go 1 fatigue, and he's just going to cross over to Askew Ferry. Initiative. That's mine. And before I forget, which I've got reinforcements to come on. Let me see
Yep.
how these guys work.
Indeed.
So this is Johnson, 24th South Carolina, and Maxey. They come in on Jackson, Army of Relief. I assume Johnson comes in automatically with
Yeah, with one of them.
one of them. So I'll bring in Maxey, Johnson into Jackson. So there's Joe Johnson. And there's Maxey. We'll just drop them in Jackson for now. Maxey gets a fatigue. Joe Johnson is now in command of the Army of Relief. Initiative. It's mine. We'll bring on 24th South Carolina Regiment. He picks up a fatigue. Initiative. That's yours.
I love that he's just in Jackson saying, "Hey, I'm here if you need me. You just let me
Yeah,
know."
pretty much. Yeah, but I can try to do something, I guess.
Sipping his sweet tea.
But for
Well,
now,
I will bring Hall on. He will come into Grand Gulf with a fatigue. Initiative. That's mine. I will have Hall march to 2. Movement. Initiative. Hall, can we do a little bit more than that? Movement. No. And extended march. He's fine. Fine. Initiative. That's mine. Uh, I'll pass.
take the 3rd Kentucky. 5, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Initiative. That's yours.
I'll pass.
Take them again. 7 this time. 4, 5, 6. Just got one more if I want it. Yeah, we'll just keep Natchez Trace. Scenic Route. Initiative. That's yours.
Yeah, I better get Hovey into water range. So Hovey will go to 1. He activated by McClernand. Fantastic move. He will go 1 and 2 to Floyd Cemetery.
Does he need an extend march?
He does need an extend march. So +1 -1. He's okay. Initiative. That's mine. I will pass.
Let's see. 3rd Kentucky went to Teak 2. Okay, 14th Mississippi. He'll start entrenching there. I like to keep that bridge there for now. Smith is only at fatigue 1. I'll take Smith, Vaughn, or Vaughn with Smith. 4. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, and 4 to there. Initiative. That's mine. Water crisis means you have to be on a hex side.
Yeah, hex side. So Hall is the only one currently. Hall and the sub are the ones that will flip.
I'm going to take Tracy to fatigue 1. He's outside Stevenson's command radius. Go 5.
He can go 4, right? He's outside his radius.
Right,
Plus
4.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, and 4 to there. Initiative. That's yours.
I love how we both like, maybe. I'll march sub 1. Movement 3. Extended march. +1 -1. He's okay. He'll go 1, 2, and 3 to there. Initiative. It's yours.
Okay. Yeah, we'll have Loring activate Buford and Tillman. Man, terrible. You know what? They're just going to do a min move to there. Initiative. That's yours.
Okay. Now I'll have
Tempt you to,
McLaren.
tempt you to walk. Oh, you can get to the water. Yeah, do one.
Yeah. McLaren will activate everybody there. The exception of the cavalry, of course. It will go there and there and there. All right. Initiative. That's mine. I'll pass.
Yeah, I bought in. I don't see anybody to bring in for reinforcements. Want to keep Vicksburg. Okay. Army of Relief is kind of. I guess I could have been rolling for Greg's relief, but I forgot about it. So yes, I realize internet. I could have been rolling during the leader transfer for Greg to have been released to the army of.
Oh no, they put that note in there an hour ago.
I know. I'm gonna pass. Oh, as well. You've already passed, so I'll pass
Yeah.
also.
All right, and we're right at the 2 hour mark, so this is a perfect stopping point for today. So let's do the recovery in the sunshine for. Oh, first let me try Logan again. Come on. Logan is going to attempt to forage 1 or 2. No. Fine. The wagons and everything. He's good. We know the snacks are coming later. All right, here is the recovery. And the water crisis will occur momentarily after this is done. Right, so that is done. We are at the turn indication phase. Let's double check that. Yes, we don't have a Vicksburg siege, no strategic cycle. So turn indication phase. The only one that I see who is without water is Hall. So he's going to flip disorganized. And everyone else is good. So let us then, as we look ahead, we're coming up on turn 15, so we will do our strategic cycle in the next session, which is great because that's right at the first turn that we'll do. But first, let's see our random event for this next turn. Let's see, did I do the last one or did you do the last one? I did. You did water crisis, right? I think.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
All right. Yeah. So here's our roll for next turn. It's a Confederate command paralysis this time.
Not
There
the
we
one
go.
I want. That's terrible for me. That's
Yes.
what I wanted to miss. That's not what I needed this turn.
Well, then we know that going ahead. Then I think we are perfectly. I'm gonna, uh, as you said, as we start to discuss the session as a whole, this was a, if we're using a poker term, this is a grinding, where you're just playing the antes, right? I had some success without the assistance of Grant and Sherman. McClernand did manage to break this left flank of the Confederates, so I was very pleased that. All told, this is a World War I analogy here. We've advanced 4 miles in 3 days, so steady progress, baby. I'm pleased with that. Had to give everyone a turn to rest here from Sherman's debacle, but I think overall I'm at least pleased that I'm applying the pressure points here and forcing you to give ground, not in flight, but in just strategic redeployment backwards. And I kind of have a feeling that that's going to play out here for a day or two until I can bring the specter of amphibious movement to bear somewhere around. But of course, that means I've got to get back to a landing, and that's really telegraphing if I'm doing that. So, but what say you on the Confederate side of things today?
Well, you got me out of my first line, and I think just kind of pried me out. So to combat, I made that decision to do the voluntary retreat because I just felt like I was getting my neck stuck out a little bit. Yeah, you're making slow progress. Thankfully, the low terrain with the roads will help me a little bit. But command paralysis, I'm just reviewing that. Not being able to conduct and activate leader, that's just terrible right now.
Yeah,
Because
nor assaults. Yeah, so that means I can be a little more flippant in getting in your face.
yeah, and it may very well. That's just I wanted Stevenson's division to recover, which it has. But now with this command paralysis, I'm going to have to really consider where I go with them, because they're only going to be able to go one guy at a time, which means I have to get 3 initiatives in a row to get them moving. And Loring, I need 2 initiatives. It's like, this is just going to be slow going here for a while.
The great standoff at Guns Bayou, I think, is in our near future here. Yeah, you've got to make sure I don't get over Hankinson's bridge. That's a big domino for you. If I get successful and can acquire that, that's an artery that I don't think you can stand to lose.
No, and I almost have to keep it. And I haven't destroyed it because I want it as a line of retreat. I don't want guys to get caught without anywhere to go. And of course, you can still, of course, repair the ferry at Campbell's Crossing,
Right.
which and flank the bridge completely.
My favorite consideration of this, which is no consideration at all for those of you who have seen the map, of course, is, oh look, Thompson's Bluff. Patrick, why aren't you going to Thompson's Bluff? Because there's nothing over there. There's nothing helpful,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, other than send a cab over there to raid
Right.
Davis's plantation. Just
Right. Look what we got.
burn it. Burn the plantations. Though I guess you could use, maybe there's an amphibious potential, I guess.
I mean, really, it's 6 of one, half dozen of the other, because I've got Grand Gulf, and that is a staging point where I'm bringing units in,
Correct,
and,
yeah,
and I
correct,
could take
yeah.
them out. So there's nothing I think to be gained by like stair stepping up there. You just kind of have
Right,
to
yeah.
do it. So
Yeah, there's no hex consideration.
I don't believe so. You just declare
Yeah,
somewhere
there
on the
isn't.
river. Yeah.
Yeah, so you can't like count it. Okay, you can make a landing and then land again. Yeah. Yeah. I think that the amphibious stuff, I've kind of decided it's probably going to bite me in the ass when I'm doing. There is it, but it's like I'm hoping I can recover, and I don't know. It's going to be.
Well, you can kind of see it coming. I mean, because there's a build-up process. Or I bring in what meager reinforcements. I have Ewing coming in and Bryant, but those are 2 brigades, so it's not like you're going to send a brigade on that kind of expedition. Or maybe we'll see. I don't know, but yeah, I do feel bad that McPherson's kind of just been down here hapless, spinning his wheels. I think he could be far better used, and of course, our admonition to you all folks: don't say, Patrick, why aren't you moving him this way? Because that Logan millstone around my neck, I need him to be in supply, and luckily that's 1 more turn. And of course, you know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna roll for forage. He's gonna succeed right before the strategic cycle, because that's the way this game mocks you. Exactly. But on the whole, I'm pleased. It was I'm pulling up our victory points here. I managed to score 1 on you, but I scored a couple on myself. So the difference now is 8-2. So I'm still 6 in the hole, but I'm also showing you the ongoing spreadsheet of the die rolls and everything that have, as usual, bedeviled me. But they weren't too bad this time. It's just when I needed a good success from Sherman, I did not get it twice. And when I, of course, needed to bring in lots of ratio with the very astute Grant, so I'm told, with his 5 command ability, he refused two times. So that hurt. But,
Yeah.
that such is the game, and that's why we play. But Roger, we're going to cut it here. I'm going to try to get this out the door on Tuesday on schedule, because I got to travel for work this week. But we will be back normally next week. Folks, thank you so much. As always, the viewership is kicking up. We're seeing, just from the metrics on YouTube, I'm seeing that more people are watching. But what I really need, what we need from you is, if you did enjoy this at all, or if you just watched it, click that thumb for the like, just so the YouTube algorithm is recognizing this and will spread this far and wide for other people. I try to keep the tags and everything up to date, but that's not always helpful. And if you've not yet subscribed to the channel, welcome, first timer. I hope you enjoyed it. You can watch the mirth and mayhem that Roger and I bring to each and every week. And if you want it to be notified on your phone, there's a little notification bell up there too. So those 3 things, if you click them right now, go ahead, do it right now, then that's awesome. We have some financial supporters that have really been helpful over the last 3 or 4 years, buying us coffee and kicking in $1 or 2, and they are here. So thank you so much for your generosity. Really appreciate it. Not expected, but certainly this computer is letting me know every day that I am not compatible for Windows 11. So the time is ticking on this computer. I'm going to have to buy one pretty soon, I think. But my friend, thank you for a great day today, and we will see you next week.
You too. Safe travels.
All right, thanks, man. See you next time.
Okay. Bye bye.
Bye.